reducing waste and increasing efficiency. So ito po can be applied as a project management by eliminating the non-value added focusing on the delivering value to customers. So kung itong lean naman tanggalin natin yung mga sa palagay natin hindi na talaga kailangan. Ayan. So again, the methodology po ay kailangan kung ano pong gagamitin ninyong mga PM is yung best fit sa organization needs and goals po ninyo. So sabi ko nga po, though we are encouraging you to use the PM book and follow the standards of ISO 21500, still sa inyo pa rin po yan kung ano po ang mga gusto ninyong gamiting methodology. Okay. So question of understanding for this project management methodology is how to manage project with ISO 21500, project management guidance, and project management knowledge. So, paano nga ba natin siya gagamitin? Ayan. So, I remember po, I guess, Tuesday, di ba there is someone po asking me na what is the difference daw po ng ISO 21500 at saka ng PM book. And then, di po ba nabanggit ko po sa inyo that they're almost same for the processes? Kasi yung mga stages po nila ng project is ganun din po. It's like how you're going to initiate, plan the project. Ayan. So, kasi though magkaiba po sila ng organization, body, no? But the way they are moving or the way the standards and methods they are using is almost the same. So, ayan. So, managing po a project using both the ISO 21500, project management guidance, and project management body of incorporating the best practices and principles from both frameworks to ensure the project success. So, though meron naman din po silang difference pero as in talagang konting-konti lang. So, paano po ba yung mga steps natin para po at least ma-manage natin using both ISO 21500 and PM book? Okay, so number 1 is sa initiation stage ng project, no? So, we're going to use the ISO 21500 guidelines to initiate the project by defining yung project scope nila, yung objectives nila, yung stakeholders, and requirements. Tapos, pwede naman natin gamitin si PM book para naman can be used naman po to develop a project charter and create a project management plan. So, ganun yung parang combination nila. Pagdating naman po sa plan the project, we're going to use both ISO 21500 and PM book para po ma-develop a detailed project plan that in schedule, budget, resource plan, risk management plan, quality management plan, and communication plan. So, si ISO 21500 can be used to develop a project management plan and yung PM book naman po can be used to develop a project scope statement. Ayan. And for the execution part naman po ng project, you can use also the ISO 21500 and PM book to execute the project according to the project plan. So, the ISO 21500 can be used po to manage the project resources, monitor and control the project work, and report the project progress. While yung PM book naman, you can use to manage project scope, schedule, budget, quality, and stakeholder engagement. So, kumbaga parang they're working hand on hand as well. Monitoring and control of the project naman po. So, we can use also both 21500 and PM book para po makapag-monitor at makapag-control ng project. So, paano po? We're going to measure project performance, identify and manage issues and risks, and taking corrective action as required. And the ISO 21500 po can be used to monitor the control process, and the PM book po can be used to monitor and control project scopes, schedule, budget, and quality. And last but not least is the close the project, which is the last stage of the project. So you can use both, again, ISO 21500 book para po ma-close siya. Pero ito po ay by reviewing and accepting project deliverables, releasing project resources, and formally closing the project. So itong ISO 21500 can be used to close project procurement, and PM book naman po can be used to close the project communications. So, by using po itong both ISO 21500 and PM book, we're going to manage a project. Yung project managers po can ensure that they are incorporating the best practices from both frameworks, increasing the chances of project success. Okay. So, for our learning activity, ayan. So, learning activity po, ito na po ang ating assignment. O, di ba? Ang bilis. Ayan. So, for our learning activity po, we have this number 1, identify. Number 2 is analyze. And number 3 is apply. So, we're going to have this life cycle phases and processes of ISO 21500 Project Management Guide and book in leading, directing, and controlling project of an organization with ISO 9001. So again, yung ISO 21500 po is like a project management guidelines. The PM book naman po is the project manager body of knowledge or as per standards as well. And then the ISO 9001 naman po is for the quality management system na yan. O, diba? Nakabisado ko na rin siya because of what we are doing. Ayan. So, dito po is like a learning activity. I'm going to explain it to you, pero mostly po ito ang magiging assignment ninyo for tomorrow. Okay. Ayan. So, number 1 is the project life cycle. So, it is defined po set of phases from the start to the end of the project. Ayan. So, a project life cycle po is a series of phases that a project goes through from its initiation to its closure. And this project life cycle provides a framework for managing and controlling a project, and it can help project managers to organize and plan the project activities effectively. So, the number of phases po in a project life cycle may vary depending on the nature and complexity of the project. But the typical project life cycle includes, so, ano-ano ba to? Ayan. So, project phase po, so it is a division of the project life cycle into a manageable sets of activities such as conception, development, realization, and termination. Project process naman po is it is a set of interrelated or interacting activities that use inputs to deliver unintended results. Ayan. And of course, the project activity, it is identified piece of work that is required to be undertaken to complete a project. Okay, so let's go back here muna. Yeah. So before I'm going to give you this learning activity as well, I'm just going to give you some ideas din po, additional idea for this, what we call project life cycles. Ayan. So sabi nga po, we have this project life cycles na pwede pong mag-includes, depende po sa nature and complexity po ng inyong project, no? Pero usually po, there is 5 stages. So ano ba yung mga 5 stages na yan? We have the initiation, the planning, the execution, the monitoring, the control, and the closure. So for this initiation, mostly po itong phase na ito is the project life cycle where the project is defined and authorized. So ito po yung time wherein you're going to decide that you're going to create a project. Kumbaga nabubuo na sa inyong isip na there is a needs and there is a wants of this project and you really need to give this project a shot. And this project goals po and objectives are identified, nino ba? Usually ng stakeholders, and nag-identified etong mga stakeholders are identified and engaged, and a high-level project plans is created. So because of this project stakeholders, minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng idea na yes. So hindi, ang initiation po usually not coming from the project manager. Tapos po ang initiation, that's the time they will going to create project managers. Unless kayo po ay project manager na, kayo pa rin po ang stakeholders. And with the next steps naman po of this, what we call the phase of the project, which is the planning. Itong planning phase naman po is like what we call the second phase of the project life cycle, where the detailed project plan is